Hello and welcome to an extremely exciting video because I've just taken delivery of my new supercar. Oh, it looks so good. A video I don't get to make very often. Now if you're new to the channel, a really warm welcome to you. If you're an existing subscriber and viewer, you'll know I've had a bit of hassle since selling my R35 GTR in trying to find a replacement for it. I actually viewed a few Lamborghini Gallardos. I almost bought a salvage one and made a video about that. And I even came close to buying another Ferrari 360, but I didn't. I overlooked all of those choices for what is sat just over there. Now, when I started this YouTube channel, the car that I had was a B7 Audi RS4. I'm going to insert a clip here and you're going to see me looking a heck of a lot younger. The car still has its original factory suspension fitted, which is rare because it is notoriously unreliable. Now, I loved that car, especially the engine, so the dream always was to get my hands on an Audi R8 with that engine, with the V8 engine, but it just seemed so utterly unattainable at the time. Fast forward to 2019 and I achieved my dream. Through a bit of hard work and perseverance, I bought myself a manual Audi R8. And okay, maybe it wasn't the best specification car, there was no carbon or anything like that, but it was my dream. It was my R8 and it was now parked outside my house. And honestly, I don't say this lightly, that car was instrumental in the early days of YouTube in keeping me going and keeping me making videos. So I have a heck of a lot to thank that R8 for. Now sadly, just 1 week before making this video, I found out that particular car had been written off in an accident around about 6 months ago. Honestly, it's absolutely heartbreaking, but it makes this all the more special. There's a good clue. Now, on note of YouTube, just by nature of it, I know this video is very unlikely to get very many clicks. That's not why I'm making it. I'm making it because I know I'm going to reach a certain audience here that tends to view my content quite a lot. You've probably been with me whilst I've bought and sold that past GTR. You're probably going to be with me for years to come. So it's a good audience to reach out to and say thank you. Thank you so much for watching this content. And without further ado, let's get on to the new car, and I hope you think I've done the channel justice. And here she is, folks, 2013 Audi R8 V10 Plus. Don't forget the plus. 550 brake horsepower, carbon ceramic brakes, fixed plus dampers, and a screaming V10. Oh, and it's also in gorgeous Estoro blue. And let me show you this as well, carbon everything. Carbon front splitter, carbon mirrors, carbon inlays in the doors, carbon blades, carbon on the inside, we'll get to that. And also the full engine bay is also lined in carbon fibre. Oh, and carbon splitted as well, obviously. Now with it being a later 2013 car, it means it's got the facelift LED headlights and some different visuals all around. And honestly, I think the car just looks so much fresher for it. Some of those earlier ones, personally, I think they're starting to show their age. So interior wise, the previous owner has made a couple of changes to it. We've got this carbon fibre and light ridden wheel. Honestly, I'm not too sure about this. I think it might be the lights that are putting me off. Let me know what you guys think. Also, as it boots up there, actually looks pretty cool. It's got a different head unit in it. Now usually I'm not a big fan of these kind of mods, however this thing is really good. I think it's just a really good quality one, and also the infotainment that would be fitted to this inevitably would be a bit old hat and difficult to use at this point. This has got Apple CarPlay, so it's fine for now. Now the other change it's got, and I think we're all going to be a fan on this, I think we're all going to agree, is a Capristo exhaust. Oh, let's get just a little taste of that V10 goodness. Baby revs, because she's still cold. Oh, shivers down the spine. So I have already had a few people ask, why didn't you stay true to the Lamborghini or Ferrari that you were thinking about buying? The simple answer to that is, well, in the Gallardo's case, I just couldn't find any good cars in my budget. Every car sub 70k seemed to have some sort of hidden history, a bad past, crash damage, or something in between. Also, it's one thing to buy those kind of cars, it's another thing to run them. So if something goes wrong, or heck, not even something going wrong, it needs a clutch, for example. A clutch in a Gallardo is £7,500. So you really need to have a lot of money set aside to run one of those. Now that leads me to what could be quite a controversial topic on this car, and that is, it's not a manual. Manuals were actually really quite rare in these V10 Plus models, so it is the amazing S-Tronic, and honestly guys, I love this gearbox. I love a manual as much as the next guy, but this thing is seriously impressive. Coming from the R35 GTR, a DBA example, which has an awesome gearbox, this thing is just so slick, so smooth, and honestly, even faster than the GTR's gearbox, I reckon. Also, downshifts are absolutely biblical. I'll show you in a moment. Now, the other thing you cannot dispute on these R8s is value for money. It's insane. So what you've got in that V10 is essentially the same engine that you're going to get if you buy an LP560 Gallardo. If you get this S-Tronic gearbox, it's not a million miles away from what you'll find in the likes of a Huracan, a really modern dual clutch gearbox. So value for money, these are insane. Really hard to beat. Now, I do apologise for not taking you on a proper drive in this unveil video. The problem is it's the absolute height of winter, gritters everywhere, but obviously this is our car. We could do whatever we want with it, so there's certainly going to be a lot more opportunities to drive it. However, that being said, I do need to take it back to the lockup, so it'd be rude to not take you with me to do that. Now, as chance would have it, it just so happens to be the last day of the year today, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you so much to all of you who have been watching the channel this year. It honestly means the world, and if you are new here, you like R8s, then hit that subscribe button, because there's going to be plenty of content to come in 2024. And given the year's almost out, allow me to take the opportunity to wish you all a very happy new year. I hope 2024 has got everything you wish for in it, and I hope it's a little bit easier for us all. All the best!